All right, this is Real Talk episode 5. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with what Real Talk is, on my channel at least, it's basically just little episodes of me just talking about whatever I want to talk about. I'm not really going to focus on anything too specific, although I'll have a general theme in the title, which I'll talk about in the video, but it's not just going to be about that. I'll probably just ramble on and just talk about whatever I want to talk about. And what I want to talk about in this video is, well, I'm going to talk about Kim Goguen, and I'm also going to talk about what is this channel about and the future plans for the channel. And also I did a poll on live streaming, and I'm going to also discuss my plans on that, because I want people to know what I'm trying to do, where I'm trying to go, what I'm trying to build, and stuff like that. So let me get into it. So first, what is this channel about? Well, this channel is about the real truth, right? According to me, right? And before anybody says, oh, you think you know what the real truth is about. All right, listen. Everybody that talks about anything on the internet, they all swear and believe that they all have the answers. They all know the truth about whatever they're talking about, right? The only difference with me is that I don't put my bias into anything I say. I don't just say, oh, well, this is the only thing that it could be because I said so. I try to get all the facts that I have, all the research that I've done in my life. And if ever comes a point where somebody wants me to prove something, or they need me to give them a source or something like that, I'll do my best to give them that source. That's what I do with pretty much anybody that asks me, like, they're like, well, where did you get this from? Or where did you hear this? I try to give them the information if I can, right? I prefer people go and research whatever I say. That's why I always tell people, go do your research, because that's the best way to learn. And that's the best way to see for yourself what's really going on. If I tell you what to go look at, or what to find, or where to go, right? Then you're going to always think that, well, he's the one that told me this thing. I didn't find it for myself, right? But if you go and find it yourself, and you go figure it out, and you start to, follow your own path, which is what I did with pretty much anything I've ever discovered, then that's how you learn the best way, right? And then you can form your own opinions and beliefs about whatever you want to look at, right? Now, as far as Kim Goguen, I know I have a lot of people that watch me because of her. A lot of my subscribers and followers and viewers are Kim Goguen followers, and I'm not going to lie and sit here and say that she's not the reason why I'm getting so many views, because most of the views that I get are on Kim Goguen videos. And what I'm gonna say is, I hope you guys understand, because you're all good people. I love all of you. I love talking to you. But I also want you to understand that I do talk about other things that are not Kim Goguen. Now, with that being said, I'm also going to be making a lot more content on Kim Goguen. I have a lot of things I want to talk about with Kim Goguen. She's putting out a lot of information. She's talking about November 8th. It's going to be a certain date. And then there's this thing with Benjamin Fulford saying she's AI and all this other stuff. There's a bunch of stuff I want to talk about with Kim. So look for those videos coming up. I haven't gotten to them yet because I've been busy doing stuff, and my personal life has been, to say it nicely, it's been hell. Okay? But I am working through my personal issues, and I'm getting to a point where I'm trying to get on a routine, right? And a schedule. And that's part of the reason why I'm making this video, because I want people to understand what I'm trying to do. I put out a poll about live streaming, and this is where I go into the future plans for the channel and stuff like that. I put out a poll. Not a lot of people participated, but that's okay. I had 7 people vote, and 5 of those people decided they want me to stream after 5 p.m. So it's safe to say, and then also in the analytics, it says that most of the people that watch my channel are usually in the afternoon. So long story short, and I think that's just YouTube, right? I don't think that's a big surprise, like, because people work and they have things to do. So obviously the afternoon is going to be the ideal time for anybody to tune in, and if I go live. So what I'm planning to do is, I can't promise every day, but I want to start streaming around 5 to 6 p.m. I'm probably going to try 5 first just to see how that works. And then I'm going to, if not a lot of people can make it, then I'll go to 6 and 7 and so on and so forth, right? I'll try to push it later and later. I don't want to go too late though, because there are other people that are going to be competing with what I'm going to be doing, right? Because there are a lot of things I want to talk about that other people, like Tim Pool, for instance, he goes live at 8, right? And I don't want to like, you know, make my channel around what somebody else is doing. But at the same time, it would be smart if I'm trying to get people to watch me to not stream when other people that are going to pretty much talk about the same stuff that I'm talking about when they're streaming, right? And the good thing about me, though, is that I don't just talk about mainstream stuff, right? Because that's what Tim Pool talks about all the time. I talk about other things. I talk about everything. I talk about anything. And that's why I called my channel The Real Truth, because I'm going to talk about anything. There are no limits to, as long as, you know, I don't get hit with strikes and stuff like that, you know, which could happen, but whatever. I'll deal with that when it happens. But I try to talk about whatever I want to talk about without limitation. So I'll talk about aliens. I'll talk about anything, conspiracy theories, whatever. There are no limits to what I'll talk about. Whereas somebody like Tim, he has limits, right? There's certain things he's not going to talk about, or he doesn't even want to address because he just doesn't think it's credible, right? And that's his prerogative. That's the way he wants to run his stuff. Cool, but that's on me, right? Like, I am going to talk about whatever I want to talk about and whatever people want to talk to me about. So I have a, I guess, wider range of topics that I can discuss and go into, and I'm not limited as long as it's, you know, within the guidelines of the platform. And that's, hey, there's nothing we can do about that, right? Until we gain control over the world and we stop all these evil companies from controlling everything and the people behind them, we have to go by their rules, unfortunately. It sucks, but that's just the way it is. But anyways, back to the live streaming. So probably next week, maybe, no promises. I might start streaming around 5 p.m. and I'm going to give people ample time to prepare for that, meaning I'm going to give you guys a heads up. I'll probably make an announcement video or something and say, hey, I'm going to go live at this time, and I'm going to put it out in the community post and stuff like that, so that you guys are aware that I'm doing this. I do want to start putting stuff on Twitter, but I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with Elon Musk and what he's doing. So I haven't really done too much there. I did a little bit of retweeting just because I wanted to see what would happen. And, you know, it is what it is. It's still kind of dead. But if people start to follow me over at Twitter, you know, I'll start putting out stuff there. I'll put out information, content. I'll give you guys updates, whatever. And you can have conversations with me in DMs, whatever. And I also have all my other social media linked in the description of every video, so you guys can check that out and try to find me on those other platforms if you want to discuss anything with me there. And I'm always open to talking, right? But that's why I want to do the live streams, because that's going to be a way for you guys to talk to me live. And we can talk about whatever I want to talk about. On my last channel, the last thing, ironically, that I did before my channel got deleted was I did a live stream. And it was I would say, pretty successful live stream for my first live stream. I had people show up. We had a good time. We talked. It was fun. I had a good time with the people that showed up. And I appreciated those people. I haven't seen them since that time because, you know, I had to make a new channel. But all in all, it was good. I enjoyed it. And I look forward to doing it again. So that's pretty much all I have to say for now. I do probably want to have some mods, but that's something I'll deal with in the future. So I might ask a couple of you guys out there that may want to be my moderators. That would be cool, but we'll deal with it when the time comes. And that's all I have to say. So if you like, comment, and subscribe. And I have a lot more content coming up. I have a lot of things planned. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.